Trade Genius.
What's going on, guys? Philip at Trade Genius. We're going to take a look at the charts and see what Bitcoin has in store for us this week. This is the index S&P 500. The reason why I want to look at this is because whether you like it or not, Bitcoin's still pretty correlated to the S&P 500. And until that correlation breaks, you want to keep one eye on this. So we're going to take a look at this first, and we'll dive into our Bitcoin charts. We're continuing in a very long balance area here in the S&P 500. Market is indecisive in this area. As you get to the top of this range, obviously you're looking for a move back down to this lower part. Hertz, after the market closes, said Hertz Rent-A-Car, we talked about they had to possibly file for bankruptcy as soon as Friday night. I'm not sure if they did that Friday night, but if not, in the next couple of business days. So pretty bearish news after the close. May see a gap down. We got a slingshot sell that fired on the 21st, and when last time we got one of those was back here, we ended up gapping down. So I'm keeping an eye on that. So I think the risk is rolling over here, and this is a little different than 2008. Again, we looked at these relief rallies as comparing them to the 2008 move where we came down, bounced, came down, bounced. This is where it's a little different in that we've maintained this area. Even though the economic data is much, much, much worse than 2008, the Fed has hit the panic button and is trying to keep the liquidity in the system. Larger players, institutional players, are actually holding back and on the sidelines because I think they're looking at the economic data and thinking that this isn't just going to get back to normal right away. It's going to take some time to repair the damage, and we're still not out of the woods yet. So I think you're going to have more of this, but if we start breaking down these levels and we start breaking below basically this range that we've established, there's not going to be a lot for people to want to buy into this market until we probably flush out lower. So it's going to stay directionless in here. I expect a lot of choppy trade, light volume until this decides to do something out of this range. So for Bitcoin, this is actually okay, but we'll take a look at the Bitcoin chart next because I want you to be aware of our sniper indicators. Now, on these sniper indicators, if you're interested in getting them, sign up for our $3.99 special. It's for 12 months, guys, and I think you'll find that in the room with the signals. Crypto's starting to heat back up on the altcoins. Bob's taking care of the stock and ETFs. You'll have access to those signals. You'll also get our blue ribbon indicator, and that comes with a multi-part series on how to use that, and our profit sniper. So I'll give you access to this trade sniper indicator that you see here. I like it on the daily because it kind of tells me where to expect the cyclical tops. So the last time we had our sniper sells was back here in July of 2019. After that run up, largely due to that China Ponzi up to almost 14,000, then we rolled over, and we're getting that here now. So I'm a little bit on the bearish side here at this point because of this firing and just where we are with the markets and the pandemic. I don't think it's a real favorable environment. We're past the halving. I think it's safe to say this was your halving run up. It was a nice little run up. But now I don't expect a huge drop right away, but I do expect probably a series of lower highs to kind of just start grinding lower. And that's okay. That's pretty much par for the course post halving. And then once that consolidates, we can expect to grind higher. But again, think about it in terms of where we are with the economy, the global problem with the virus. We're going to need to see things start to get back to a post-virus type of environment and get back to some regular liquidity flows. And I think after that, Bitcoin will be doing just fine. I think the fact that the Feds have pumped so much liquidity into the system is actually ultimately going to benefit Bitcoin greatly hedge-wise. So it's just a matter of letting this stuff play out, and then we're going to see the longer-term effects of that take place. Bitcoin ultimately going into probably one of the most jaw-dropping moves we'll ever see in the next 18 months. Now, the last thing I want to leave you guys with is the Bitcoin Delta chart. Now, again, every time we've gotten north of 50 on this reading, it's been pretty bearish. Bitcoin has been runs out of steam once we do that. I highlighted, showed you guys in the last video areas where that was the case on this. Again, here, another area of where it popped up. Ran out of steam, popped up again over here, ran out of steam, and now we're back below. Looking like we're going to head to sub-zero readings again, which right now in this cycle is in decent area to cover shorts and then look to go long. But right now, as you can see, the color of the indicator, the background is short. And Typically, when we see that, the first area we short is the WMA 20. If this is able to pop higher than that, the WMA 65 is the next basically big area to short, and I think that would make sense if we did get a pop up there. 93.80 area is going to be the place to look for a short there. So I think right now you're looking for to short any pops on Bitcoin just because where we are in the cycle and post halving. All right, so looking for that this week, and then we'll be posting any of those plays in the room. Altcoins are looking pretty good. We'll do a video on that. I also will give you guys a video that shows you where, now that we've gotten through the halving, what price we can expect to see once we hit that Bitcoin probably is not going to go south of that anymore. It'll be the point of no return video, and we'll get that out to you guys here real soon. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Again, if you're interested in joining us, head over to tradegenius.co website. Check out our basic training. You can get that indicator that I showed you, really good at pinning cyclical tops and bottoms on every time frame. We use it every day. We're using it in the VIP room to do short-term trades on the futures and things like that. Works on Bitcoin. If you're doing leverage trading on that, works really well. So encourage you guys to check that out. All right, guys, until next time, I will see you. Be safe out there. Enjoy your long weekend. I'll talk to you soon.
Trade Genius.